Hello YouTube! Today I'm gonna review the Carcassonne expansion, Hills and Sheep. And here is a box. It says it's expansion number 9, and this expansion is like most of them that you need the base game to have use for it, even though there are some expansions that can be played standalone. Any good Carcassonne expansion comes with two things: tiles and features, and this is no exception. There are 18 tiles you get, even though I only have 17 in this pile because one is in some other box by mistake. These tiles have a sheep on it, and what is new here, you have these vineyards and you have these hills. Besides that, there are also logically new tiles. For example, these two that can be added like so, and we are separate cities but they are disconnected. We disconnect the fields and so on. Overall, a good set of new tiles, but there is one thing I want to comment on, and that is these two. You have a tile here, that have city here, here and here, and it's split in the middle. Now obviously if you put a tile here, it would merge these two together, so you get a pant-shaped piece of city, and it's one town. And then if you put these two, it should split it off, so you have two cities that don't connect. However, the rule sets specifically says if these two tiles are placed like so, all shown city segments are connected. These tiles were intentionally created asymmetrical, which means the distance from here to here is different from this to this. So when you do like so, you got a small bridge between here and here, so you can walk in the city between the two segments. This is the two bits of the same city. Now, if I take this standard piece and do like so, you have the same situation. Nothing changes. This is equal to this. I do not see any difference between what this does and this does. So, why have they created a new tile that has the same function as a standard tile and confuse you, so you have to read the manual to find out that this does exactly what this does? Stupid, if you ask me. I think they should have made it symmetrical, so that here we are two cities and here we are one. In this way you would get a choice to decide what would happen. Should we merge or not? But now you know it's the same as this. Unless I have missed something, and if I have missed something, please make a video and explain what I have done wrong here. Okay, so I don't think it was walked through here, and there are more parts of this expansion that isn't walked through. But I'll come to that. Now for the features. This again. Here is a vineyard, and here is a monastery. If I put a guy here, and I complete everything around, I get 9 points, and I get 3 extra points here. And here's another vineyard, so I get 3 extra points here. Also, if I have a monastery, another monastery, like so, this monastery would also score points for this vineyard. So you have 2 vineyards scoring points to one monastery, and 1 monastery scoring points from this vineyard. So it goes in both directions. It's 3 points extra, so this gets 6 points and this gets 3 points. Not a very big change. It is not something that will rock your world, but I have seen a monastery being placed because there was 2 vineyards, and that is 6 points. The next thing, the second feature we have added, is these hills. They are important. Now imagine you have a city. Let's take something simple. you have city here and a city here. And me and my friend, we both have, let's see if we can build this. Yes, me and my friend have this. I have a guy on the hill and, okay. If I put this in here, you got a city with 3 blocks and 1 man inside everyone. Because I have a hill, I get this one. Because what the hill does is it breaks uneven. If there are 1 of each or 2 of each or 3 of each, if you have a hill on your side, you will get it. But if you have, if one have more wooden guys than the other has, sorry for mumbling, if I have 1 and my friend has 2, this hill doesn't count as a new guy, so I can get into the even. It's only when it's even this breaks. And this can be really different. Sometimes a lot of points is at stake and this can change the game a lot. Do not underestimate this feature. However, like common in this expansion, they have not walked everything through. We say in the rules, if I draw a tile like this, I'm supposed to take my hand, put it into a bag of tiles, remove 1 random tile, turn it upside down and put it on so, and so. So to mark that here are a hill, it's elevated a bit. I recommend you to ignore that completely, because I buy an expansion to get more tiles, not to take tiles out of the game. We could have made a little token with a hill on it to put on if it is so important. I don't know what they were thinking. It's a stupid thing that you should take tiles out of the game, just ignore it. But the feature itself is not to be underestimated. Also, when new beginners play with this expansion for the first time, we could start without the hill rule, just to get more accustomed, if you want. Okay, the third addition to the game is the sheep, and sheep come with a shepherd. You got these tiles here, you got these wooden figures. Let's show the black here, black and white. You can see the staff, so it's a shepherd. And here's a bag. The bag contains sheep tokens. They are round and green. There are from 1 up to 4 sheep on it. And there are also 2 wolf tokens. Here is a wolf. There are 2 wolf tokens and 16 sheep tokens. Now, what's the point here? Well, often you play the game and you get something like this tile here. You do not need a green tile with a curved road, but you got it. Normally that would mean you place it somewhere and it's some other player's turn. But now you can put a guy here, you take a bag and you randomly draw a token with a sheep. You are now begin building your flock. From now on, every time it's your turn and you, the sheep owner, put a tile here, he gets, it doesn't, it's a poor match. Huh, I haven't seen this before. They don't fit perfectly. There's a split in the road. Okay, that's something I saw just now. Okay. If I expand this, I get to take another token and add to my flock. And that goes for every time I expand the field. But since there are also wolf in here, I run an increasing risk of drawing a wolf, and when I do, I have to take the shepherd back and over the sheep. And I lose the points. So at some point I may say that, okay, I don't dare pull out more tokens, so I will now stop doing that and harvest the points. Bring the flock home, shepherd home, and the sheep home. In this case 3 plus 3 makes 6, so I got 6 points. And interesting thing is, if I have this situation and I put this tile here, I draw more sheep, I can then put a builder here in the city, or on the field, or on the road. Because the shepherd and the builder is separate from each other. It's two different systems, so I can do both if I want to. Now, what is making this so fun is, if we have this situation and, I don't know, this situation maybe, my friend is here. If someone places this tile here, our flocks are now merged. So there are 2 shepherds on 1 flock with 5 sheep. If my friend draw this, it's added to a flock, and we both got 3 more points. If my friend or I draw the wolf, we all lose. And this adds an extra ingredient to the game, because say that I have all these and he only have a 1 pointer. Then of course, if this is the situation and my friend have only 1 sheep, I got 9, 8 in this case, he got 1. He would want to do this because he now gets a share in my 8 points, while he only have 1. So he would do that, and if he don't dare pull another token, he just halves points and we both get 9. And I built this and he only did this. So a player with little sheep would want to merge with a big herd, and a player with lots of sheep would not want to merge with a little herd. And in my opinion, this actually is really fun. I have enjoyed playing with the sheep a lot. So these are the functions that are added to the game. So what do I think about this expansion? First off, the extra tiles are always fun. It's the main reason you buy expansions anyway, to get more tiles. The vineyards, an extra feature, but it doesn't change the game much. It's not a war shaker. The hills can be very important or can not be important at all, depending on what happens in the game. I think the sheep thing is really fun, and that is the best addition. It's the biggest keep of this expansion. And for the sheep alone, you could sell this set as a standalone set. It's fun enough to be sold separately, even without these tiles. Sheep is very fun, and personally I recommend buying this expansion if you are into collecting Carcassonne expansions. I recommend it, it's fun, it's worth it. But this particular expansion, number 9, is different from all the other in that it has not been walked through. Every other expansion and the base game I played, situation arise and I think, what about this? And I look through it and it turns out we have been thinking about it when we have done something with it. But here there are so many cases where we weren't thinking through, like this tile here. Why inventing this tile for nothing? Why having it that you should sacrifice tiles for putting a tile under a tile? And there are situations in the rules, situations that can happen with a sheep. If you build in your flock with a road, it's enclosed entirely, you can't expand it anymore. What happens then? Rules doesn't say that, and so on. So this expansion has been poorly walked through. They should have kept developing it more, but we didn't. It's not finished in development. Despite this, it's still fun, and I could recommend it both as a first-time expansion. If you're going to buy your first expansion, it's an easy thing, it's fun to play with, and I could also recommend it to people who have several expansions and want something more. It's fun, it's worth the money, it's not the best, but I like it, and I'm gonna play with it more. So that's what I think about this expansion.